Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. I'm going to do my study group for warriors. It's Sunday. We do this every Sunday. I don't think I have any new subscribers this week. I didn't get a single new subscriber last week. This channel is fairly dead as far as its growth. We're not growing this community, but that's fine. Let's just get into this. I have lots to talk about, and this video, I'm going to warn you right now, this video might go a little bit long, and I'm also going to warn you that this is going to be offensive to a lot of you. I'm going to step on some toes today. So let's just get right into it. Let's talk about cancel culture. I've talked about cancel culture before. What is cancel culture? Very simply, cancel culture is vengeance. That's what it is. It's revenge. Canceling somebody is seeking revenge upon them. And the revenge is based around this accepted narrative. Somebody goes outside the accepted narrative, and then you seek revenge upon them. You cancel them. You destroy them. That's the vengeance. What type of vengeance do you seek? You destroy them for what they said. Accepted narratives is an aspect of dictatorship. This is a tactic that dictators use. Communist Russia, a great example. They had an accepted narrative based around the state, based around religion, based around culture, and a lot of different things. And if you went outside that accepted narrative in any fashion, your neighbor, your boss, whoever would snitch you out. And then at midnight, usually the goon squad, the KGB, or one of the intelligence agencies would show up to your apartment at the middle of the night, show up to your house, take you and your family off to the gulags, Siberia. No one would ever see or hear of you again, and nobody would ever ask about you. You'd just be disappeared. This is coming to America. I was talking with a family member not too long ago, and they would absolutely love to have that done to every single conservative. When Hillary Clinton came out and talked about the re-education camps for MAGA supporters, I had family members that were absolutely giddy about that idea. They loved it. This is liberals for you. So I've settled on the idea that liberals are evil because they sin. Canceling someone is a sin against God. So cancel culture is a sin. And then they are trying to create a communist dictatorship through accepted narratives and other things, actually. But I mean, I could talk about how liberals are creating a communist dictatorship for the next 15 minutes. We could just talk about that only. So to end this first one off, liberals are evil. Cancel culture is about vengeance, and liberals are evil. Let's go on to the next one, and I want to stay on this for a second and talk about liberals. So what have liberals done in the last 5 years? This is the next one. Well, liberals have taken down men. They've tried to, and they've done a pretty good job. Taken down masculinity. Invented terms like toxic masculinity. That was never a term when I was younger. They've taken down history, or tried to. Everything from tearing down statues to rewriting history books. Relentless reboots and new versions of old history to make it fit to a new narrative, an accepted narrative. Thrown out tradition. All of tradition is stupid, and people who follow tradition are outdated and backwards and stupid. Tradition is being thrown out the window. People don't even celebrate holidays anymore. They don't want to. All tradition is stupid. Marriage is being taken down. Monogamy is being taken down. Purity is being taken down, being destroyed. Wealth is being attacked. It's somehow a sin to be wealthy in the eyes of a liberal if you're successful. The fact that I did pretty well for myself with my motorcycle shop and have a pretty good amount of money in the stock market right now, that's terrible in the eyes of the liberal. They'd like to redistribute every single penny that I have. Safety. Safety has been looked at as something to roll your eyes at in the eyes of the liberal. If anybody goes to New York or DC or Chicago or San Diego or any liberal city, Philadelphia, any liberal city, and gets mugged, all the liberals are going to do is roll their eyes at you. Because safety is bullshit. Safety is racism. Safety is for white people. Fuck white people, right? That's what they say. That's what liberals do. They've laughed at your freedom. They want to take away your freedom. They laugh at your flag. They don't want you to fly your flag. Liberals have promoted terrorism. Go look at the protests. They're promoting it. They're supporting Hamas. They're promoting segregation. They're promoting loneliness. They're promoting anarchy. They're promoting the sexual mutilation of your children. They're promoting pedophilia, and they want to call it MAPS, minor attracted people. Let's just change the term, make it less offensive. They deserve our compassion. Minor attracted people deserve our compassion, our patience, our tolerance. And then they promote abortion, murdering of babies. And then you wonder why they're promoting, why they embrace terrorism, the decapitation of 40 Jewish babies, and you get these liberals out in the streets promoting that. They love that. But these are the same people that are desperate to get abortions every time they get knocked up, use it as birth control. I told you I was going to offend some of you, and I'm going to offend some of you even more. We're going to get down with this. Let's get a little palate cleanser and let's get into more offensive stuff. Here's 3 things that you need to think about with your life. Number 1, destroy vice. Get on top of your desires. Don't let desire control you. Number 2, build strength, mind, body, and soul every single day. Number 3, create a family, support your family, and dedicate your life to your family. Because those are the people that are going to carry on your legacy. Those are the people that are going to be at your funeral. Those are the people that are going to take care of you when you're old. All right, so let's get into this next topic, and this is going to be offensive. This is going to step on some of your toes. Some of you are going to be offended by this, but I bring this stuff up in order just to think about it. I'm not trying to rant, just like with the topic on cancel culture. Who cares what my opinion is? I study this stuff just as topics of interest. So here's a topic of interest. Here's the statement, and let's go through it. Ethnic diversity weakens society. So you can also look at it as multiculturalism weakens society. Now I know some of you are offended instantly. Multiculturalism isn't the same as multiracialism. We've worked hard to have a multiracial society, and I think that being multiracial is a good thing. To be tolerant of other races and to be accepting of other races, to embrace other races is a good thing. It doesn't matter in this country if you're black, white, yellow, red, doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're American. But multiculturalism destroys a society in the way that it doesn't allow people to be Americans. What it does is it creates little subcultures, these little ethnic communities. And mass immigration has done this. Our country has exploded with immigration since 1965, the Immigration Act by Kennedy. And what this has done has destabilized our communities. It's not the multiracialism that's destabilized communities. It's not the fact that you have black or Mexican or Asian neighbors. That is not what I'm talking about. What we're talking about is different cultures from around the world. Foreign cultures. People who are foreign that come here and embrace their culture and hold on to their culture and outright refuse to become Americans. In fact, there's this belief by many liberals that there's no such thing as an American. But if you go and talk to your grandfather, or at least if you go and talk to mine, people of that generation, my grandfather's the greatest generation, World War II generation, not baby boomer. Maybe a little older than some of you. And the World War II generation, there was a certain way that you embraced being an American, and it didn't matter what color you were. So it's been studied that ethnic diversity destabilizes communities. It deteriorates social trust. They're less likely, people in ethnically diverse areas are less likely to be civically engaged in the community. Multicultural societies have the highest crime rate, the most social decay, the least confidence in leaders, the most political strife, the least amount of socialization amongst its citizens. People just self-isolate. Multicultural societies, people always expect the worst from their community and their fellow man. They've lost complete faith in all institutions and in their citizens. And we see a general decline in morals and virtue. So what's the alternative? You can't bitch and moan and tear down multiculturalism and diversity and tell you it's bad without giving alternatives. The alternative is one culture, not many. That culture would be called American culture. So we all embrace assimilating into American culture. You leave the old world back in Europe, or back in Africa, or back in Asia, or back in South America, wherever you're from, you leave that tribal crap, whatever your shit is, you leave it there. And you come here and you become an American. So we have one culture, not many. No parallel societies. Get rid of these little ethnic empires where you walk through the wrong side of town and you don't even know where you are anymore. In Los Angeles, they have street signs that aren't even in English. It'll be in the language of whatever community is living there. And I find that offensive. I've met people who've lived in this country for 35 years and they don't speak a lick of English, not one single word. They don't know how to drive cars, they don't know how to go to a grocery store, they don't know how to fill gas, and they've grown up here. How do you not know how to do basic things? Well, we need to have an American society. We need to teach a national heritage. We need to embrace patriotism, embrace the American flag, get back to a sense of pride in our country, in our national identity. And we need to stop supporting the politics and ideologies of foreigners. Okay, so that's all the offensive stuff. I know you guys are pissed. Many of you are thinking about how to troll me. But it's a good thing. You guys need to think about some of this stuff. Let's end it off here. Some of you, not all, some of you, need to learn how to dress. You need to learn how to put yourself together properly. Here's some rule, a bit of advice, a rule that people used to follow, and it's simple. Dress like a man. Whenever you're picking out clothes, just ask yourself, is this the clothing of a man? Don't wear sissy clothing. Don't wear feminine clothing. Stop wearing tight jeans. Stop wearing slim fit outfits. Stop wearing such tight clothing. Men need to be able to breathe inside our clothing because we're warriors. We need to be able to move. Let the chicks wear that spandex crap. I don't care how many muscles you have. You don't need to walk around showing off what you got to everybody. Some of you need to grow up. There's nothing wrong with casual wear. I wear tank tops and sneakers and shorts a lot. I live in Florida. It's a very casual little beach town where I live. But I got big boy clothes. I got adult clothes. I know how to put myself together. A man puts himself together right. Think about how you dress. Put yourself together properly. Have some pride in who you are. Be a proud man. Every time you walk out of that house, don't ever leave the house wearing childish clothing or clothing that belittles you, that weakens you, that makes you harder to respect. Food for thought. Have a great weekend.